only 9 points apart for that points championship. It's an interesting story because both of them in the last round did not make the podium, and that's weird for them. We usually see them on top of the box, always battling it out. Another interesting aspect going into this final is Hunter Patnode was in the LCQ battling with Andy Pake, and Andy Pake was on top of the podium in the last round. You guys, there's a lot of drama in this class. What's going to happen for this final?
Well, let's find out as they are lined up and ready to go here, Mike.
Hey, your number one qualifier, Anson Shield. Boy, I tell you what, I was in his trailer. I said, is it your turn tonight? He said, yep. Of course, he's Andy Pake's teammate. Then you got Cameron Anderson, Nicholas Lawrence, Balder Nas fourth, Francis Peltier qualifies fifth, Theo Poirier, Travis Kern seventh, Bailey Forrest, Taylor Cole, and Samuel Lavoie. That's the front row. Back row, you find Andy Pake, Hunter Patnode, Riley Bester, also Evan Dowd and Tyler Uman. That's the way they line up. 10 laps for the Pro-Lite final.
Who will be on top of the box here tonight at the Tyson Snocross National presented by Quickstar in our Pro-Lite final? We are almost ready to go green. Charges off the line here in Dubuque. Who will have the stud boy hole shot? It looks like Pelletier may have it as he fans out to the outside.
Looking to the inside, that's number 29, Balder Knox, if I'm not mistaken. Pelletier out front early on. Then it is Knox, Cameron Anderson, Bailey Forrest, Lawrence, and Kern. Those are your top six. Looking back, Patnode sitting in 10th, and your number one qualifier, Anson Shield, all the way back to 9th.
So as they crank off the corner, you can see a wholesale battle happening there behind your race leader, Francis Pelletier. That's the race for second and third.
Sledge down in that corner, that very tight Polaris corner. You talk about quite a traffic jam down in that area.
And now sliding into the third spot. Looks like that'll be one of the Anderson sleds. That's Cameron on the number 12 who jumps there into the third spot, just ahead of Nicholas Lawrence on the 572. And Pelletier, he's trying to get gone here at the front of the field.
Yeah, he wants to put a lot of distance between he and the rest of the field. He knows how important it is to capitalize here since he's out front, how many points he can take from this win. So, again, riding very hard, looking back to where Patnode is. Patnode is very stagnant, sitting in 10th place. That's, of course, just one better than what he qualified. Be interesting to see how hard he pushes it.
Here's Nick Lawrence trying to make a move to the inside, makes contact with Anderson, and they'll both bang their way out of the Snoko turn in the race for the final podium spot.
Anderson stood his ground. He said, I'll tell you what, you can bump me, but you're not going to move me. And that's good racing on the part of Cameron Anderson. You've got to hold your ground. Don't let anybody push you around on the racetrack.
Francis Pelletier holding on to a 2-second advantage right now over Balder Nas as we continue to watch this battle for third and fourth here on lap 3 of this 10-lap Pro-Lite final.
Well, you're watching Anderson there. Just some good lines. Lawrence, who was your number 3 qualifier, so I tell you what, he hasn't had the best year. Would love to get back up on the podium. Coming off an injury last year. And, you know, like I said, just really hasn't been able to show his true riding style. He's a very accomplished rider. Just hasn't been clicking for him this year.
And you can see now he has fallen back just a little bit from Cameron Anderson. Meanwhile, Travis Kern in the 5th spot trying to move up there and challenge him. Let's look at the number 2 rider now coming across the Amsoil finish line jump. Good run here for Balder Nas.
And Nas looking good. You know, he qualified fourth, racing out of Zansker Motorsports. That team been, you know, struggling. They had their pro rider, Jacob Eert, that was injured, of course, in round number 8. But again, their Pro-Lite rider right here looking pretty strong.
Balder takes it out of the Snoko turn, works his way down the backstretch here as we close in on the halfway point of this Pro-Lite final.
You know, you look at him as an Artie Cat rider and Anson Shield, your number 1 qualifier on a Cat. now has worked his way back up to 7th place, and who's right behind him? His teammate, who was the winner in round 9, Andy Page.
So here at the halfway point, Pelletier out by 3.9 seconds over Noss in second. Cameron Anderson still in third, followed by Lorenz and Kern as your top 5 as we go back and check in with your race leader, Francis Pelletier, here working that long infield rhythm section.
Again, you know, they say they don't follow him, but they know the scenarios. They know how many points they get for a win. And, you know, I'm sure they're keeping close track as to where Hunter Patnode is. Patnode right now in 9th place, Francis Pelletier. This could be huge as far as the points battle here in the Pro-Lite class. So, I mean, we could go from seeing Hunter Patnode with a 9-point lead to being down anywhere from maybe 10 to 20 points after this final. It'll be interesting to see how everything shakes out.
We had a look at Patnode there, still riding in the 9th position. Now, he did get backed up a little bit in one of his qualifying rounds earlier, had to ride the LCQ to get into the field for the final here, and he continues to be very back there, although he picked up one spot there coming across the line from Andy Pate. Still Francis Pelletier's race to win as he powers his way down the backstretch toward the Ram sweeper.
Yeah, and you look at points again, talking about him. Pelletier can't do any better than what he's doing. He's going to get maximum points if he gets the win. Who can take and help themselves is Hunter Patnode. Every position that he's able to pass, of course, is going to put a few more points on his side of the column. So it's important that, you know, he be as consistent and race as hard as he can to gain more points with only 3 laps to go here.
And Cameron Anderson looking for a podium finish here. As you can see, he's a little distance behind. Balder Noss works off that Polaris turn, staying up off that soft snow up at the very top of the racetrack. So you can see the gap back between Anderson and Nicholas Lorenz.
About 3.5 seconds, it looks like.
So Anderson could be looking at a potential podium finish here. That would be a definite plus for him. And for Pelletier, yeah, he's trying to go plus here. As you said, Mike, and get the maximum possible points out of this run here tonight. He's got 2 laps to go.
We talk about the Pertec fast lap of the race. So far it is Francis Pelletier. Ran a 45-140 early in the race. Right now they're running 46, 47 second lap times around this very demanding race course. Like you said, Pelletier's got to make another clean circuit and a half. And, you know, this would be a huge, huge win for him. Be his 3rd win of the year. However, one of those was due to disqualification, or a penalty, rather, that was imposed on Hunter Patnode for passing in the yellow. So this would be the 2nd one that he's won outright.
And Pelletier on that Warner Racing sled, sponsored by Rockstar Makita. Going over the Amsoil finish line jump, sees the white flag. One more trip around this very technical and rough surface. So Pelletier working his way up here and around the Polaris turn. And interesting question, Mike, would be if Francis Pelletier can manage to convert this momentum, take the lead, possibly win the championship, does he bump up next year?
Well, you don't know. I mean, he hasn't won the championship 2 years in a row, so it's not an automatic move for him as he comes across. He'll be taking the checkered here shortly, but I'm not sure. Possibly could.
All right, here they come off the final corner through the Tyson's Rhythm section. Francis Pelletier will light the fires here tonight in Dubuque as he wins the Pro-Lite final. It'll be a great finish for Balder Noss. He'll come away with a 2nd spot on that Zenstra Motorsports Arctic. Cameron Anderson will complete the podium, finishing 3rd, and Nick Lorenz finishes just off the podium in the number 4 position. So Francis Pelletier may have swung the points momentum in his favor. We'll hear from him when we come back on the CBS Sports Network. Not such a good night last night for Francis Pelletier. Much better night for him tonight.
You know, we talked about Hunter Patnode. Patnode, I'll tell you what, you can tell he's banged up. But that's a run right there from the heart. Ends up in 6th. trying to minimize the amount of damage that can be done as far as this points battle goes. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how the points shake out after scoring and timing gets done with it, but this race definitely tightened up.
The Pro-Lite final charges off the line here in Dubuque. Who will have the stud boy hole shot? It looks like Pelletier may have it as he fans out to the outside.
Pelletier out front early on. Then it is Nas. Cameron Anderson.
So as they crank off the corner, you can see a wholesale battle happening there behind your race leader, Francis Pelletier. That's the race for second and third. Here's Nick Lorenz trying to make a move to the inside, makes contact with Anderson, and they'll both bang their way out of the Snocross turn in the race for the final podium spot. And here they come off the final corner through the Tyson's Rhythm section. Francis Pelletier will light the fires here tonight in Dubuque as he wins the Pro-Lite final.
All smiles down here for Francis. I'm excited to tell you, up by 4 points, you are leading the points championship now. I know you've worked so hard from this, wanting it from last season, but let's talk about this race. You went out, you got that hole shot, and you got a demanding lead on that first lap. Telling me this race was yours tonight. Why?
Yeah, first of all, the red plate doesn't matter to me this year. We're here to have fun. We've been racing so hard, everyone together, and yesterday was mine. I have some mistakes, so today was still mine. So I got it. I want to thank all my team. We're working so hard since the loot and everything. We find some good recipes. We're ready for the last race.
Very excited for you. Congratulations.
So congratulations to Francis Pelletier. We'll meet him and the rest of our podium finishers after a timeout, and then it'll be time for our pro final here at the Tyson Snocross National, presented by Quickstar. Our Pro-Lite podium is ready to assemble down here at the podium area. So let's meet our top three from our Pro-Lite final here tonight in Dubuque.
All right, your top three here in the Pro-Lite final. In third place, he is from Allenton, Michigan, racing for Skidoo Fly MPRP. Also racing for D's Marines on the number 12 Skidoo, Cameron Anderson. Your second place finisher out of Annandale, Minnesota, on the number 29 Arctic Cat for Zanskra Motorsports. Arctic Cat, NMC, exterior and remodeling, Fly Racing. Give it up for your second place finisher, Balder Nas. And your winner. And how about this, your new points leader in the Pro-Lite class, on the number 220 Skidoo out of Warner Racing from Quebec, Canada. Racing for Makita, Rockstar, Skidoo, NSK, and GMC trucks, Francis Pelletier. Chelsea, let's hear what they have to say.
Cameron, what a weekend for you. Talk to me about what advantage you had this weekend to get on the podium both nights.
I don't know, everything's just starting to come together real good. I mean, halfway through the season, I feel like we're starting to finally find our speed and getting good starts, just riding good, hit my marks every lap, and just end up on in third again. So.
And who would you like to thank tonight?
Again, I thank my whole team: Anderson Racing, D's Marines, Skidoo, Enzo, Fly, Stud Boy, XPS, Balls Unlimited, and BRP. My mom and dad. I shot my mechanic Tommy. He's got my stud ripping. So, thank you.
Well, congratulations on the third place. Over in second pole, you were sitting very consistent during that entire race. Kind of talk to me about why that was seemed so easy for you.
I don't know. I just got a good start, and then I just rode my race and tried not to look back so much.
And who helped you tonight?
Zanskra Motorsports, of course. They have been behind me 2 seasons now, and my mechanic Henrik, and NMC, Fly Racing, BPS, CA Pro, Fox Shocks, Dakota Cat, Stud Boy, Rocks, and UK Spark Plugs, and probably a lot more. Shaper Oil, of course, but I can't remember them all, sorry.
That's okay, there's so many people to thank. Congratulations on your second place. Again, with the win. Francis, kind of walk me through that race that you had. You stayed out front the majority of the race, had a couple people you had to pass through the lap traffic.
No, everything was fine. I just got a super good start. We're, in our team, we're working so hard since the
the first day of we came here in U.S. I've been most of the winter in the U.S. I didn't go back home often, so it's gonna be a good time. Go back home, have some great time before anything has. It's kind of closer to my house and everything. So I want to thank everyone on the Warner team, especially Makita Lewis, Rockstar Energy, Ski-Doo, NSK, XPS, Kickers, Speedrex. Thanks to Steve, Enzo, KYB. Those guys were working, we're laughing, we're having always some good time in the trailer. So a big thanks to the whole team. Everyone at back home, like we're rocking, and during summer, we're like a big thanks to everyone who's involved in me and had so far a good season. So I'm really grateful to those guys. Thank you.
A huge congratulations on your win. There you have your top 3 for the Pro-Lite final.
And congratulations going out to Francis Peltier also. He had the Pertec fast lap of the race. Ran a 45-140. Congratulations, Francis, being the Pertec fast lap. And one race left to go, Paul.
The pros will be on track next here from Dubuque at the Amsoil Championship Snocross powered by Ram.